Hey everybody, Dr. Luigi Gratton here, your Vice President of Medical Education, and I'm very excited to have another monthly product training call, and we're bringing you something absolutely exciting this month because we're talking about the new sports line, which has been long awaiting, lots of buzz, lots of energy around these new products, and everybody wants them and everybody wants to know about them. So we're here today to deliver you the new information. And what better than to bring on the guy who designed the line of products, who's been with the company just a short amount of time, but who's making a huge impact in Herbalife, Dr. John Heiss. And I got Dr. John here in my office with me. John, what's going on? How are you, man?
Good. Thanks for the introduction, Luigi. I am excited to tell these guys about the Herbalife24 line. This is the new sports line from Herbalife. It's cutting-edge science. It's great products. This is going to take Herbalife to the next level.
This is great. Well, Dr. John, you know, everyone's calling you Dr. John. Some people call him Dr. Heiss. You know, in Herbalife, we go by these interesting names. So you're going to have a lot of folks call you different stuff. Hope you don't mind, man. But
get used to it.
Yeah, exactly. Get used to it is right. So, you know, Dr. John, we want this to be sort of a conversational thing. Our distributors and customers who are on the line right now listening to this call, who are going to listen to it in the future because it's going to be on replay, are going to be able to hear a lot of the information. But some people are actually going to be able to access some slides that we have on a webinar. So if you are following along on the webinar today, we're going to walk you through some of the slides, but if you're just on the phone line calling in or listening to this on loop, don't worry because we're going to explain everything. Now, if you've got the webinar function, the first several slides are really an introduction to Herbalife24, and I'm just going to ask John really the significance of why we call this Herbalife24 and what does it mean?
That's a great point, Luigi. I mean, Herbalife24 was initially designed for the professional athletes that we sponsor around the world. But we know that not only the athletes, but really anyone who's living a healthy, active lifestyle should be thinking about good nutrition 24 hours a day. And so Herbalife24 really speaks to the needs of what we call the 24-hour athlete. That's someone who's constantly thinking about training, getting the proper recovery and rest and sleep at night, and good nutrition into their bodies. And I mean, that really ties it together. So that was the background for Herbalife24.
Cool. So it's really a comprehensive line. Now remember, all of you, some of you have been in Herbalife maybe a matter of days. Maybe you've been in Herbalife for 20 years. And you know we've never in the history of the company had a comprehensive sports line. So this is a really new thing for us. It's exciting because not only is it going to offer you new products, it offers you new business opportunities. So maybe you've been talking to people about weight management. Now you can talk to them about sports, whether they're an elite athlete like Dr. John here, who's been an elite cyclist for many years, or if they're just, you know, a weekend warrior who wants to get out there working out 3, 4, 5 days a week, they can use these products. So, Dr. John, I'm looking at our webinar here, and I'm looking at slide number 3. And slide number 3's got sort of a whole host of products. I'm looking at 7 different products here. Can you quickly sort of walk me through the basics of the product line?
Yeah, I mean, so Luigi, the basis of the product line was to make 7 products, a complete product line to suit the needs of these 24-hour athletes. And that means to make a complete line that's something that's customizable. We base this up on science. It's got the latest findings from literature and research. And I think one of the greatest selling points for a lot of people is the fact that we're testing every single product for anti-doping, for steroids, banned substances for professional sport. And the final thing is all the products contain natural colors, flavors, and sweeteners. And that's really the basis of how we formulated the line.
Wow, so this is important. I just want to reiterate what you just said. So basically, we test all these products, and there's a certification on the label. So if you're talking to coaches out there, you're talking to pro athletes, amateur, collegiate athletes, high school athletes, and their coaches say, hey, does this have any doping or any drugs or anything in it? You can be 100% confident that Dr. John and the entire team at Herbalife have tested the products with very high-level independent testing. Also, all natural, no artificial colors, sweeteners, preservatives. Very important to understand that. And of course, it's a full line. So, Dr. John, why don't you walk us a little bit more through the line? What do we got here?
I think one of the real amazing things about the line is that it speaks to this 24-hour day lifestyle. Instead of just making a pre, a during, and a post-exercise drink or sports product, we've got the athlete covered from the moment they wake up with a meal, Formula One sport, all the way that they can take any time of the day. We've got a product that lasts them throughout the entire day all the way at night where they can get the most from their workout, help reduce inflammation from exercise. And so this is really a 24-hour day cycle the moment you wake up until the moment you wake up the next day.
Oh, I like that. From the moment you wake up to the moment you wake up the next day. So they're covered for 24 full hours.
That's right.
This is great. When you think about it, so let's say, John, let's say that I'm a distributor. I'm talking to some new athlete, and they're like, hey, listen, I'm eating cheeseburgers and pizza. I'm not really sure what to have. If they just get some basic good nutrition, then they can use all these products throughout the day and in the evening time as well.
Exactly.
Very cool. Well, let's get into something. Let's say if you're following on the webinar, Dr. John just gone from slide 3 to 4, and now we're going to take a look at, let's see, slide number 5, I think. And we're talking about how the program is customizable. Now, this can get a little bit confusing if you're totally new to sports. People who are athletes, who are trainers, they're going to have such an easy time selling this stuff because they already know about protein shakes and hydration and all this recovery stuff. But we want to really walk the new people who don't know anything about it. We want to make this super simple for you so that you can understand you don't have to use all the products. You can use some of the products. And, you know, it depends on what type of athlete. So, Dr. John, how can we make this really simple? I know there's kind of a little bit of a lot of science we got going on here, which is good. But on slide number 5, I want to make this really easy, this point. So what points would you make as take-home points?
Well, Luigi, like you said, we have 7 products, but you don't have to use all 7 products to get the most out of Herbalife24. Keep in mind, it was designed for professional athletes who might use all 7 products, but the average person, maybe even someone who doesn't work out at all, can benefit from products like the Formula One Sport, the Healthy Meal. We've got a Hydrate product that's really a low calorie. It's got less than 1 gram of sugar. This is a great hydration product for everyone, even someone looking for weight loss. At the same time, we've got the high protein, you know, the more muscle building shakes for professional athletes. And then the Restore capsule, which is designed for the reducing inflammation from exercise at night. That's a product that anyone can take and everybody should take, even if they never stepped foot into a gym. But I think the point of this is that the athletes and the consumers can mix and match the products to meet their needs. We've got some high-calorie products, but we've also got a lot of low-calorie products that can easily work into a weight management program.
Very cool. So that's important. So if you're just not, you know, if you're not training for a marathon, you can still use lots of these products, but you have to understand, though, you know, a lot of these products, as Dr. John said, they're designed for pro athletes or high-level elite athletes. So they may be using the entire line, whereas someone who's maybe just, you know, working out once or a little bit physically active, they may use only 3 or 4 products, okay? So understand you don't have to use the entire line if you're just a brand new distributor who does not exercise, but you can use many of the products. So don't be shy. We want you to try everything, and we want you to be accustomed to using everything so that you can sell all these great products. So I see Dr. John moved this slide, the webinar, to slide number, let's see, where are we? Slide number 7. And so we're talking about Formula One Sport. Now, John, you just mentioned Formula One, which is our original product in Herbalife, 31 years. And a lot of people are going to say, wait a minute, are we replacing Formula One? And what would you say to that?
I mean, this is really a line extension. And we've got Formula One has been around for 30 years. People had great success stories with weight loss, with healthy meals. So we built upon that heritage, but we tweaked the formula. We made it a little more tailored for athletes. We've had tons of athletes coming to us requesting alternative protein sources. Some of these guys really want whey and dairy proteins. So we said, why don't we look to incorporate those kind of proteins into Formula One, but really use that same architecture that so many people have had success with.
Okay, so John, I got to jump in for a second. So you're telling me that this is the same formula as Formula One, pretty much. It's got the basic architecture, same calories, same vitamins, minerals, maybe a little bit more of the vitamins and minerals, but the protein, a lot of athletes don't want to use vegetable-based proteins because they want milk protein. So we added milk proteins in this product when you design this product. Very important to understand for all of you on the call or the webinar. A lot of your athletes or your downline or customers, they're gonna want to use a milk-based protein. So when Dr. John says whey protein, that's from milk, whereas most of our Formula One is from soy, which is a plant protein. So understand it's pretty much the same formula, but with milk protein.
Yeah, that's right. We've got the same amount of calories in a serving. We've got the same amount of carbohydrates, the same grams of sugar, the same quantity of protein. We've got all those good vitamins and minerals in there. We just kind of changed the protein a little bit, made it more targeted for athletes, and then we added one more special ingredient called L-glutamine. This is an amino acid, which is a building block of muscle for lean muscle mass. This is great for athletes, but also the regular person that's even looking to lose weight. they can benefit from glutamine.
Wow, that's amazing. So very important. The important distinguishing factors here, without getting too scientific, because you're the super smart PhD, Dr. John, we're saying milk protein, a little bit more vitamins and minerals, because athletes need them, and glutamine, which is an amino acid. We add a little bit extra, very important for the muscle tissue. All right, I think I got it. These are really good points. And of course, they can still use their regular Formula One if they want with soy, but a lot of athletes are going to ask you, customers are going to ask you for milk-based protein, and that's what this new Formula One Sport is.
Yeah, and I think Formula One Sport, it's just a line extension. It's so similar to Formula One. Now we have Formula One, we've got Free From, and now we've got Formula One Sport. They're really all the same, but just a little bit some of the different proteins.
Got a nice variety, plenty of stuff to choose from, so that's an important point you made. So again, we're not replacing Formula One. You can still use your Formula One, but athletes are often asking for milk-based proteins with more glutamine, a little bit more vitamins and minerals. So now we're going to move on in the webinar, and I see you've moved on to slide number 10, and we're talking about the second product called Hydrate. Can you tell me about Hydrate?
Hydrate's a fantastic product. If you think about athletes, they're losing a lot of sweat, they're losing a lot of water, but even someone working a day job, they still need to have like 8 ounces, several times a day of water. So they're constantly battling hydration. It helps, remove bodily toxins, helps stay hydrated, fluid balance. It's just great for overall health. So we want to make a product that really helps people hydrate without adding all the extra sugar, out all the extra calories and the artificial sweeteners.
Oh, this is great. Now, a lot of questions I know we're going to get from our distributors and customers. How is this different than H3O? Because H3O is also for like hydration, right? So how is this fundamentally different?
Yeah, H3O it's kind of hydration and energy. It's got some calories, healthy calories to help give you energy for a workout. Hydrate doesn't really have the calories that H3O does. In fact, it only has 15 calories, whereas H3O has 60. So much less calories, and it has less than 1 gram of sugar. So you're not going to get the sugar spikes from a lot of sports drinks. What that means is it's really great to be drinking throughout the day, whether you're an athlete or just someone sitting their desk doing, regular day job work. They can get the benefits of Hydrate.
Wow, so this is fantastic. Now this is going to be a great product for not only professional athletes to use, amateur athletes, but all of our distributors can use this product because you're telling me it's low in calories, less than 15 calories per serving. I can have 6, 7 of these all day. I know we're not recommending that, but I love my product, so I'm going to probably be taking a bunch of Hydrate. So please, everyone, understand this is low calorie. It's got all your essential electrolytes. It's going to help you replenish and rehydrate. Great points here, Dr. John, on Hydrate. Love this product.
It's caffeine-free. It's got the B vitamins. It's naturally sweetened. I mean, this is going to be a slam dunk. And it comes in, I think the best part is it comes in a convenient stick pack. So you can tear it open. It tears easily. You can add it to a water bottle. You can have it on the go. You can keep it in your pocket. It's great to keep with you all the time.
Well, I can see this is going to be another blockbuster product. This is fantastic. Very exciting. Okay, if you're following on the webinar and or on the phone, we just want to make sure that you're following along here. On slide number 12, we're moving to another product called Prepare. And now, if you're just on the phone, we're going to explain everything, so don't worry. But if you can tell us a little bit about Prepare, Dr. John, what's the basis of this product and how does it work?
Well, we had this idea to really enhance blood flow for athletes. And as you all know, we've got a great blood flow enhancing product with heart health benefits, and that's Nightwork. So we talked to Dr. Luigi Gratton, Nobel laureate in 1998, and he helped us come up with a product that really targeted athletes. So we said, hey Lou, how do we make a product that gets blood flow, gets the nutrients and energy that athletes need before a workout? And that's how we came up with Prepare.
This is cool. So how is this different? Is this kind of similar to Nightworks in the technology?
Yeah, it utilizes the same technology. It's got the arginine, it's got the citrulline, but we added one really key ingredient that makes Prepare really stand above a lot of sports drinks out there, and this is called creatine. And creatine is an amazing molecule.
I've heard of creatine before, and I know a lot of people on the call have heard of creatine before. And creatine is a substance which is naturally occurring in the body, right? But if we give a little bit more, it helps with fatigue. So athletes can do more reps, they can cycle or maybe run, they don't get as fatigued. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Creatine is like the power molecule of the cell. It's like if you light a match, that's that burst of energy you get from creatine. So it helps athletes with their explosive power, but also gives a general overall health and wellness energy too.
Wow, this is cool. This is exciting. By the way, this is the first time in the history of the company that we've been using really high-level sports products like creatine. So this is exciting, and this is going to really open a lot of opportunities for people. Okay, so very cool. We've got 3 of the products, Formula One, we've got Hydrate, and we've got Prepare. So I see, Dr. John, you're kind of taking me through the chronology of the day. Formula One, maybe Formula One Sport for breakfast. Then I can have my Hydrate all throughout the day. Then I'm going to have my Prepare before I go, let's say, for a workout. And now you've got this great product, Prolong, which is really initially kind of the cornerstone of the entire sports line. And we're excited about Prolong because we're going to be using it with so many of our pro athletes. Tell us a little bit about Prolong, Dr. John.
Well, what athletes really need while they're working out is like a high-octane fuel to give them the energy to get through their workout, not only just to get through it, but also to perform at their best at the end of a workout. If you think about a soccer player, a football player, they're going to be burning 2,000 calories in a game. Professional cyclists, they might be using 3,000 calories in a bike race. So a lot of people, even somebody goes to the gym and does CrossFit for an hour, they're going to be burning easily 1,000 calories.
Wow. So this is the first time now, as you've explained to me before, Dr. John, this product's really unique because we're actually combining carbohydrates with protein, this is a real first for us in Herbalife. So you've got the carbohydrate for energy and the protein, which is not really for energy, but it's kind of helping the tissues rebuild and be strong, and it's helping just with overall health. So this is a real unique product for us, and I know that it's unique for you as well because you actually created the product, and this is how Michael Johnson was really, sort of found you and was attracted to, getting you in the company, right?
Yeah, that's an amazing story. We had a lot of pro cyclists using this product already, so we knew it worked, and that's what it was designed to meet these really high caloric demands. But the carbohydrates and protein, those work together. So we have a drink now that not only gives you a competitive advantage while you're playing, keeps you well nourished, but also speeds recovery, so you're ready to go for the second day's workout. So it's really performance and protection in one drink.
Very cool. Now, how many calories are in this drink per serving?
So the drink is unique because it actually tastes really subtle, light flavor. It's very mild, easy to drink.
Tastes great.
But that's right, tastes great. Awesome. But it's got the carbs, it's got the protein, and it's got 850 milligrams of electrolytes. So it's got all that and 250 calories in a serving.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So a lot of people on the phone lines might say, oh, 250 calories, that's almost like, that's more than a shake. But you know what? Obviously, I'm going to be using this product a bunch all throughout the day when I'm working out, just to replenish, to rehydrate, or to work during my workouts. But I think a lot of people may want to cut the serving in half, and they can cut down the calories a bit, and they can still use it. It's a great product.
Yeah, absolutely. If maybe you're just a woman who goes to the gym after work, does like an hour of pretty intense exercise, cut the serving in half, use a half serving. You're still getting that benefit of the carbs, the electrolytes, and the muscle protective benefits of the protein, but you're not getting all the calories. So again, it comes down to the line being totally customizable for the athletes.
It's great. And remember, if you do taper the serving down a little, it's still going to be a lot healthier. Even if it's 150 calories, it's going to be so much better than a soda, a big glass of juice, a latte at some of these places, right?
Absolutely.
So it's still super healthy, even if you're not a high-performance athlete. So don't be shy. We want to encourage everyone to try these products. They're delicious, they work, and you feel them, just like all the Herbalife products.
Yeah, and I think if you leave work and you're kind of hungry going to workout, you're going to lose that energy. This is just enough calories to give you that energy to complete the workout. That way when you go home, you're not ravenously hungry, you're not going to overeat because you're just getting some of those nutrients in during your workout.
Very cool. Well, this is exciting. Okay, so if you're following along on the webinar, we're moving to slide 17 because we just talked about those 4 different products. We're moving to the 5th. This product is called Rebuild Endurance. Now, Dr. John, you designed 2 different products for recovery, and this one's called Rebuild Endurance. You can tell us a little bit about this product.
So, after a workout, your body's like a sponge. It's devoid of all the nutrients in the water, so it's really the optimal time to soak up back the nutrients to help rebuild the muscle you broke down during your workout. And so we wanted to make really specific products to meet the needs of the athletes. And we thought the best way to do this was to make 2 different recovery products to really meet the needs of not only the aerobic athlete and Rebuild Endurance, but the strength athlete with Rebuild Strength.
Oh, I see. So there are a lot. So basically, when I walk into some of these sports nutrition shops, and I see that entire wall of protein shakes that say recovery, protein, this is basically much better than any of those. But it's similar to that line, but it's the top of the line. Is that correct?
Yeah, so Rebuild Endurance, it's really designed for recovery from aerobic sports. That's like your soccer player, your marathoner, your cyclists, your runners, but it's also great for CrossFit. So anyone who's going to the gym, doing a lot of cardio, if you're breathing really, really hard, you need to replace not only protein but also some carbohydrate. So that's why we've got a good dose of carbs and protein. We've got the vitamins and minerals, and we've got the amino acids all in one. This is a great shake to take 30 minutes after your workout. Mixes in water. You can mix it in milk if you get home. You've got it all in one.
Wow. Well, you know, I'm getting so excited. I want to make sure we do the replay on some of this. So let me go back. Start Formula One in the morning, Formula One Sport. I'm going to have that for breakfast, right?
You got it.
Then I'm going to have my hydrate. I'm going to sip that all throughout the day. I'm going to be
in the morning, in the afternoon,
anytime. Okay, cool. So then my third product is going to be Prepare. That's the Dr. Ignaro, so the arginine-based product, which is going to help me prepare for getting into my exercise. So I've got Formula One Sport, number 1, Hydrate, number 2, Prepare, number 3, and then I'm going to get into Prolong, the awesome mix of carbohydrate protein. Is going to help me really feel great during my workouts and recover the next day. And then I'm going to move into Rebuild Endurance, if I'm, let's say, running a marathon or training for that.
Right.
Okay. So this is exciting, John.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, it's a complete line. We've got a product, no matter the time of day or the type of workout you're doing, you've got that product.
Very cool.
So the next recovery product, or the other recovery product, it's called Rebuild Strength. So normally you would take one or the other of these products.
Okay.
So say you're going to the gym, Dr. Luigi, and you're doing a lot of weights.
Yes, I do.
I see you
lift
upstairs.
a lot of weights, man. I'm a really strong dude.
I mean, I see you upstairs in the gym and here at Herbalife doing squats, you know. I mean, this is the time you need to get the proteins, the amino acids back into your body to get the most out of that workout.
But, you know, that's a good point. I mean, we train a lot in, whether we're doing a triathlon with Michael Johnson or sometimes in the off-season I want to put on some weight. So if I'm using the Rebuild Endurance, maybe that's going to be if I'm training, let's say for a half marathon. But Rebuild Strength, like you said, if I'm doing squats, all joking aside, if I'm trying to put on a couple pounds of muscle, this is probably what I'd want to switch to, my Rebuild Strength. After the workouts, giving me more protein, a little bit more calories, right? And real quick, Dr. John, what's the difference in calories between Rebuild Strength and Rebuild Endurance?
Well, Rebuild Endurance has about 160 in a serving.
Great.
And, of course, again, you can use a half serving of that. Rebuild Strength has about 190, so they're pretty similar calories, but Rebuild Strength has about 2.5 times the protein.
Gotcha.
Rebuild Strength has 24 grams of protein.
Great, very exciting.
But so I think your point of gaining weight is definitely for the big guys that are lifting a lot of weight, but I think the beauty of Rebuild Strength is that a lot of people can use this because it's got the great protein content.
Very cool. Well, this is amazing. And again, we've had products like Bulk and Muscle, Muscle Strength and Recovery, we now call it. And that's a mix of egg protein, milk protein, and soy. And so this is different because we're using pure whey milk protein. Is that correct?
That's right. We've got a blend of whey protein and casein protein and milk protein all in one. So what that does is give the athletes a kind of an immediate and sustained protein release, which is why it's so great for, let's say someone goes to the gym for an hour. They're doing some kind of just moderate exercise. They don't want to gain weight. They're not looking for muscle, but they certainly need to repair their muscle, and they want to gain a little bit of lean muscle mass. This is a great product for just that average gym goer to take maybe a half serving of.
Very cool. Well, very exciting because we've never had these two types of recovery products which are so cutting edge. Okay, now this is really exciting because the last of the 7 products is a unique product which is designed to take at night to help with the body's recovery from all this inflammation and soreness and exercise, and it's called Restore. Can you tell us a little bit about Restore?
Yeah, this is a fantastic product. I'm really excited about this. It's really cutting edge. Really, no one else is doing a product like this. You think of an athlete, they go to bed, they're trying to get 8 hours of sleep. Mm-hmm. That's the time that your body's really, all its natural processes are heightened to try to recover and get the most out of sleep.
Fixing all the damage in the body.
Fixing the damage. So we said, why don't we give our athletes really an advantage while they're sleeping? So we got some athletes, the competition sleeping, we're sleeping and getting better.
Wow, this is cool. So what are some of the active ingredients? And if you're following along on the webinar, this is slide number 20. This product's called Restore, but if you're just on the phone lines, don't worry. We're going to walk you through it. So the Restore product, and by the way, how is the Restore product taken? Is it a liquid? Is it a gel? Is it a powder?
It's a 1-a-day capsule that you take at night. And what it does is it reduces inflammation from exercise. Think of all that day you're exercising. It's a lot of inflammation going on. But even person who's walking around moderately active, the average person, they've got inflammation too they can contend with. So this is really one of those products in the line that everybody should be taking every single day. It's a great product to keep that inflammation away.
It's going to be another blockbuster product. I mean, like all these, but again, if you're a pro athlete, for sure, elite athletes, high school athlete, collegiate athlete, everyone should be using this. But you know what? Like you just said, Dr. John, every one of our distributors can use this product. And what are the natural ingredients in here that are going to help reduce this sort of soreness and exercise-induced inflammation?
Yeah, absolutely. So the real key ingredient is curcumin. And this is actually found in the Indian spice turmeric when you have curry powder.
Oh, that's what I've heard. So when I'm having curry, this is the active ingredient in curry. Curry.
Exactly. So by taking one of these, it's equivalent to like so many meals of curry. You get it all in concentrated in one capsule in a very pure form.
Very cool. So that's great. Now I know it also has alpha lipoic acid. We've got amla and elderberry extracts, vitamin C, beta carotene. When you design this product, you packed all this great stuff in there. But the real important thing to focus on is the turmeric, because we know that curcumin, we can use that for a lot for our clinical, our scientific substantiation, as we call it.
Absolutely. So we're thinking inflammation, antioxidants, and immunity in this capsule, all in one.
Is amazing. So again, I'm going to walk up through the line one more time. I know folks are probably saying, we got it by now, Dr. Luigi, but it's so important to understand 7 products, but they're so easy. They fit together in this great scheme. As you said, the 24-hour athlete, from the time you wake up to the time you wake up the next day. Formula One Sport in the morning, just like Formula One, all the goodness, same calories, except you're going to have a slightly increased amount of vitamins and minerals, and it's a milk protein with that awesome glutamine. Then, of course, there's Hydrate, which you're going to be sipping all day. I know I'm drinking this all day, multiple times. Only 15 calories or less per serving. So no one's going to have to worry about weight gain. It's very healthy, all the great electrolytes, all natural. Then, of course, number 3 product is going to be before exercise, we're going to use Prepare. And that has the scientific technology of Dr. Lou Ignarro with arginine and the amino acids to help support the healthy circulation and the blood flow before exercise. Very exciting. Then, of course, the big cornerstone product, Prolong, which we're going to be using with a lot of our professional football athletes, soccer athletes around the world. Very, very exciting. Prolong is a great product, that unique mix of carbohydrates and protein. Then after exercise, you can either use the Rebuild Endurance or Rebuild Strength, depending on what type of athlete you are. Then, of course, when all of us go to bed at night, we've got to take our Restore tablet, which is going to be in a capsule, and you'll pop that at night, which is awesome. So 7 products. Dr. John, this is amazing, man. Do you want to add anything before we close the call? Because I know we're going to put you on an airplane and fly you somewhere right now.
No, I mean, this is a great overview of the line. Hopefully everyone understands it, but I think the point is that there's a product in the line for everybody.
Well, this is great. Well, thanks, Dr. John, for coming in. You have been such a tremendous boost to the company, because in a very short amount of time, you come in as this young, fresh-faced PhD who's super smart, super athletic, and you're really bringing us a lot of energy in terms of these new opportunities for sports. So it's exciting to have you on board, and what's really exciting is that now the products are being launched, you're going to be training all around the world on these, which is fun, right? So a lot of the distributors on the phone are going to be seeing you in person. So if you're out there on the phone lines, on the webinar, make sure when you see Dr. John, come on up, say hi to him. He's a super friendly guy. He's got a big heart, and he's just a terrific addition to our scientific team here at Herbalife. So Dr. John, I want to thank you for being on the call today, and we look forward to seeing you very soon.
Thanks so much, Luigi.
All right, man. All right. All of you out there, wishing you the best of health. Want to make sure that you order these amazing products, and don't be shy. Try everything in the line. I've been tasting this. I've been on the road with John, working with our pro athletes. Everything is delicious. You're going to love it, and you're going to feel the effect of the products right away, believe me. So get your products, order today. Make sure you give us your feedback when you see us, and we're so excited about these new opportunities. Okay, everyone, till the next phone call, we wish you all the best of